My name is Ate Cantu, Vice President of Student Affairs here at Westchester Community College. And on behalf of our entire community, it's a pleasure to welcome you here to today's celebration on this beautiful early spring, a little chilly, early spring day. We're here to recognize an important milestone for a program that reflects our college's mission and values, Viking Roads. This initiative is grounded in our commitment to providing accessible, high quality, and affordable education, and as evidenced by the recent MDRC study, is already showing remarkable success. Now, there's a lot of talk in higher ed and beyond about return on investment, ROI. And unlike many of our industry partners, we as educators define ROI not just by numbers, but by impact. The lives changed, the opportunities opened, and communities strengthened through education. It's also important to remember that student success is a long game. The full results aren't always immediate, but the outcomes are ultimately profound. Now, for many of our students, overcoming barriers to education makes their success even more powerful, even more meaningful. Today, you'll hear from several voices who bring this story to life. Colleen Samo from MDRC, who completed this important study on Viking Roads. Alexandra Schaefer, Viking Roads counselor, along with several of our Viking Roads students. And we're honored to welcome Donald Linderman, SUNY's Senior Vice Chancellor for Student Success. And now, it's my great pleasure to introduce our college president, whose leadership and vision made Viking Roads possible, Dr. Belinda Miles.
Good morning, and thank you, VP Cantu, for that introduction and for setting the tone for us this morning. Along with that comes the whir of the smoothie machine, which we're excited to hear because our campus was silent for many years and now we're regrouping. We're happy to have those orders come into our food services. It's important. That's not part of my speech. We're excited to have each of you here. We did invite friends from the state legislature, but they kind of got a little busy with another task in Albany. They're trying to put this budget together, and we are part of that. And the 64 presidents from the 64 SUNY institutions were on site yesterday, so we left them with a strong message that we really do need to support higher education here and public education in New York State, and they get it, and we believe that their hearts are in the right place. We just have to see what happens with the fine print. So we also had many friends from the media, but some of them chose to go to Restaurant Week to cover some of those stories. So we'll have to maybe lure you with a smoothie after our event today. But on a serious note, we are very grateful for the leadership that VP Cantu has brought to our Student Affairs Division here at Westchester Community College. And on behalf of our entire campus community, it's a pleasure to welcome you to today's celebration. We're here to recognize an important milestone. You know I like that word, milestone, okay, for a program that reflects our college's mission and values, Viking Roads. This initiative is grounded in our commitment to providing accessible, high quality, and affordable education, and as evidence Okay, it's important to have the right team member so I don't read his speech to you, I can read my speech to you. The welcome is all quite the same thing, and again, we're here to talk about this amazing program, Viking Roads, and the partnership that we've had with MDRC over several years to bring a quality program that meets the highest standards of rigor for evaluation. ROADS stands for Resources for Obtaining Associate Degrees in Success. It's a really clever acronym. We like them here at SUNY Westchester. And it's an opportunity program that joins several others. Our Educational Opportunity Program, EOP, is one of the precursors to Viking Roads, and I'm pointing to the director of that program, our faculty member, Dr. Gwen Roundtree Evans, and other programs like our TRIO programs or opportunity programs that open the door for students who are motivated and interested in pursuing advancement and economic mobility, which is so critical. And with Viking Roads, That initiative allowed us to help students graduate with an associate degree in 3 years or less. We said get through in 2 or a degree in 3 is one of the slogans that's often used. And in exchange for full-time study, which is the commitment they make, and fulfilling program requirements, students receive personalized advising. You'll hear from some of the advisors, financial aid, and academic support. 2 years ago, we received an interim report with preliminary findings from a third-party double-blind study. That's that high-level evaluation that I mentioned, conducted by NDRC. We'll hear from them in a moment as well, on the efficacy of Viking roads. The findings were very encouraging at that time. And what we found is that with full-time enrollment levels for participating students, that there was an increase in up to 20% over students who were in the control group, and increased credit attainment by roughly 3 credits over the first 2 semesters. That's a big deal. You often hear in higher education, we talk about the freshman year, the sophomore slump, rising juniors, et cetera. And so in community colleges, those categories, we have to use credit accumulation as a proxy for freshman year, sophomore year. And often it takes a long time for students to accumulate those credits. You may have heard about initiatives like Guided Pathways, where we had to take a step back and look at the curriculum holistically to see where can we have some momentum points and where are we losing students. And so Viking Roads has really helped us to get focused on how to help students to get those extra 3 credits over the first 2 semesters and get on the pathway to completing a degree, having enough credits in a major that they can move through. So today we're here to announce the final results of the study conducted by NDRC, which now includes the impact of Viking Roads on graduation. We are proud and thrilled to announce that the Viking Roads program, with its various wraparound supports, increased the 3-year graduation rates by 12 percentage points over the control group. And that really is a big deal because community colleges, we found that the spotlight was heavily on us just about a decade ago, a little more than a decade ago, and we looked at our data and said, we know that we can do better for our students, and we were focused on college-ready students, but we recognized that we needed to be a student-ready college and change some things about the way we work and what our expectations were, and to make that pathway smoother for students. So this level of success is all the more significant given the consequences of the COVID-19 pandemic on the students who were evaluated in this study. It's no small feat that they were able to persist and persevere through that time. Viking Roads is an evidence-based initiative modeled on the very successful CUNY ASAP program. I think at that time it stood for Accelerated Studies and Associate Programs. The name has evolved since that time. And joining us today is Christine Brongard. We welcome you back to campus, CUNY Executive Director of ASAP ACE. And Christine deserves a tremendous level of gratitude, not only for her success in guiding this program at CUNY, but for her instrumental efforts providing the professional development that SUNY Westchester needed to adopt the ASAP model successfully. I also want to recognize Dr. Constance Barnes and the director of ASAP's national replication at CUNY, who is involved in helping over 40 campuses around the country adopt this model. I became familiar with it when I was in Ohio, where 3 schools were selected to participate, and I said, that's a good model there. Let's see, and I'm a CUNY alumni. I said, let me take a closer look at what's happening there, and boy, has that been a wonderful experience for those institutions and the students who benefited from that. Viking Roads started with a cohort of 101 students with funding from Arnold Ventures and an anonymous donor. Thank you to the Westchester Community College Foundation for finding those anonymous donors that believe in the vision that we have and believe so much in our students. After the evidence of its success and with the generous support provided through the SUNY Transformation Grant and the Robin Hood Foundation and other donors, the number of participating students increased to more than 300 last fall and more than 550 this year. I can't emphasize enough the value of this support. Here we have a program that has been proven to increase student success, especially among those students who need that support the most. This is a truly transformational program which not only will improve the future of these students, but the families and communities that rely on their successes. We're very appreciative to those who have provided such critical support for this program and for our students. Among those, I would like to thank our Arnold Ventures, who supported this program with a significant contribution of $1 million. I remember being on that phone call with you, Lori. We sat around the speakerphone, and we had to come up with a match, and they had some really rigorous standards, and you and I said, okay, we scratched our heads a little bit, but then we put our heads together and we said, here's the resources, here's how we can build this model. A very generous anonymous donor who helped implement the program, the Robin Hood Foundation and other private donors are also, who have helped to expand the program. We thank you as well. Leslie Cecil in the Jandon Foundation. Where's Leslie? Oh, there you are. We thank you so much for your passion and your commitment to the students we serve and the effort and the resources that you bring to the table, always keeping us top of mind. And as always, great appreciation to the Westchester Community College Foundation and its president, Susan Wolin, who's right there. Thank you for being with us today. And the SUNY Transformation Fund, which provided an additional $1 million to expand the program. Thank you to the U.S. Department of Education. Yes, thank you to the U.S. Department of Education. Title V, Developing Hispanic Serving Institutions, $2.9 million in support. And the Title III Hispanic Serving Institutions STEM grant, $640,000. These are ways that we've created. This is not a tiny patchwork. These are big chunks of fabric on this quilt, on this patchwork, but that we've cobbled together. We say we braid together the resources. Perkins grant funded by the United States and New York State Departments of Education. We thank SUNY Westchester's award-winning faculty for setting high standards for themselves and their students, resulting in outcomes that are transformative for the students as well as the institution. And last but certainly not least, the counselors, boots on the ground, who are meeting students doing the day-to-day work to see them succeed. Leonore Rodriguez, who I believe is not with us here today, but she's always with us as we recognize this effort. Alexandria Schaefer, thank you. Michelle Velasquez, Kathleen De La Garza, Christine Rogers, Marcella Inswasti. SUNY WCC is truly proud of the role that we've played in piloting this program in the SUNY system, and we're excited to be a part of the expansion of the ASAP model across 25 SUNY campuses. Donna, you have us to thank in part for helping you to, move on up to Albany. We take credit for all kinds of things. But one more person, Donna is the last person who I do want to just call out in a very special way, Donna Linderman, who is the SUNY Senior Vice Chancellor. She had been with CUNY, shepherding the ASAP model through that fine institution and leading the way for what has really opened the doors for so many community college students. And spearheading the program now across the SUNY system, which will benefit 4,200 students across the state. And that's the perfect segue to my introduction to Vice Chancellor, Senior Vice Chancellor Lindemann. We're honored to have you back on campus with us and to benefit from the knowledge that you've helped us to amass within not only the state system, but also for the nation, for being a leader amongst community colleges to bring this work. So we're honored to have you with us all the way from Albany. I just spent time with you there yesterday. Good to see you again. Welcome back to campus.
It's always a pleasure to see you. I actually had the pleasure of meeting Dr. Miles when she was in Ohio, And I remember just that incredibly positive student-centered energy when we launched the replication work there. So it was wonderful when you came home to New York and brought this work here to Westchester Community College. So thank you. And thank you to the incredible team that works with the students every day. You guys are the heart and soul of the program. So again, Donna Linderman, I'm the Senior Vice Chancellor for Student Success at SUNY. I spent 25 years in the CUNY system and led many, many amazing programs. I was a faculty member, but one of the proudest things I ever did was helping to kind of launch and refine the ASAP program, which I'm so proud of the fact that so many students have benefited from it, and that it's kind of opened up the doors of what is possible when you have visionary leaders like Dr. Miles and incredible staff and students who can benefit from it. So we could not be more excited about this incredible report that you're going to hear about from our good friends at MDRC. It's so incredibly important to have rigorous evidence, and Westchester's Viking Roads is really a shining example of that. When Chancellor King asked me to join his team 2 years ago to create a student success office and to think holistically about how we could serve students across the system in terms of helping them make the right choices, put them on the right path, and to help them leave with a degree or perhaps several degrees to realize kind of their potential for themselves, their families, for their communities. One of the very first things we talked about was the importance of bringing ASAP and ACE more broadly across SUNY. And we talked in that very first conversation about the fact that we had a partner who's already doing that work, and the signs looked really good. So we could not be more proud to see that now come to fruition at this point. So SUNY ASAP and ACE, as Dr. Miles mentioned, launched officially across the system last year with incredibly generous support from the historic investment from the governor and the New York State legislator in the SUNY Transformation Fund. $75 million was invested in SUNY to adopt evidence-based models to improve the outcomes of students, and a broad replication of ASAP and ACE, the baccalaureate version of ASAP, was made possible. We put out a call, 25 colleges, 13 community colleges, and 12 of our state-operated campuses raised their hands, and across spring and fall of last year, we fully launched the program. We now serve just under 4,300 students across the SUNY system, including our most excellent partners here at Westchester Community College. And we were delighted that we had a set of in-house experts. We're incredibly grateful to my former team at CUNY, who stepped up to provide incredibly valuable technical assistance. So now we're serving 4,300 students, and if the budget goes well, thanks to the governor and the legislators' continued belief and commitment to SUNY and investing in evidence-based practices, we will be sustaining and growing the program, hopefully to 6,000 students this fall, on the path to 10,000 students over the next 2 years. So we're so incredibly proud and grateful to the governor and the legislature for that investment, and the importance of having this type of evidence base that we build on constantly. The work from CUNY, the evidence from across the country, and in-house helps make that case. I would also just like to give a special shout out to our partners at MDRC. I actually had the good fortune of not just helping to build ASAP and then ACE over the years, but I was part of the very first discussion with MDRC when we said, hey, we really need to measure this thing that looks good. We were already measuring it very rigorously within CUNY. But speaking to true experts like MDRC on the importance of experimental designed work, I remember putting that first study together, and to now see it not only have taken root at CUNY, to see it in other replication sites around the country, and now the final report here at Westchester just has special meaning for me. So thank you so much to our MDRC partners as well on this journey. So I'm going to turn things over to MDRC now, unless Dante's coming back up. But I just wanted to say, you know, the heart and soul of the program is, of course, seeing the students, hearing from the students and the staff, but data matters. And MDRC is here to tell you about some very, very good data right now. So happy to turn it over to my friend Colleen Somo.
Hi everyone, and thank you for that warm introduction, Senior Vice Chancellor Linderman, and thank you President Miles and your amazing team for recognizing the importance of Viking roads and taking a moment to celebrate this remarkable achievement of SUNY Westchester, the Viking Roads team, and the students who showed up, persisted, and succeeded. For the last 2 decades, MDRC has conducted rigorous studies of programs aimed at improving outcomes for community college students. In 2015, we learned that the City University of New York's ASAP program was able to double graduation rates. In 2020, we learned that this model could be successfully replicated at a set of colleges in Ohio and continue to achieve really dramatic improvements in degree completion. And today, we learned that Viking Roads was able to do this as well, and importantly, achieve this during a pandemic. Taken together, these effects on college completion are the largest of any post-secondary program that has been evaluated by MDRC. So, modeled on CUNY ASAP, Viking Roads is a comprehensive student support model that includes holistic advising, career and tutoring services, paired with financial supports, including tuition waivers, textbook vouchers, and monthly transportation vouchers. MDRC evaluated Viking Roads using a randomized controlled trial, which is considered the gold standard. Essentially, all eligible and interested students were randomly assigned to either the Viking Roads group or the college's standard services, which we refer to as the control group. This type of evaluation is important because it controls for both observable and unobservable student characteristics, such as motivation. In other words, any differences that we see between the 2 groups can truly be attributed to the program itself. So the study sample included close to 600 students, most of whom are students of color and under 20 years old at the start of the study. About half of these students were also working when they first enrolled. After 3 years, we found that 36% of students in the Viking Roads group graduated, compared with 24% of the control group. Therefore, this impact on graduation is 12 percentage points, but it really reflects a 50% increase above the existing control group. And again, impacts of this size are quite exciting in normal times. This is not what you would see in the world. You know, we looked for 20 years, you don't see these types of things. But achieving this during the pandemic makes this even more remarkable. The consistency of this model's success in multiple studies highlights the model's replicability and underscores its effectiveness in boosting graduation rates. As we've done with other evaluations, MDRC is hoping to follow these students longer term to see, does this lead to additional degrees, and importantly, will it also lead to effects in the labor market outcomes? So with that, I would like to turn things over to Alex Schaefer, counselor and member of the Viking Roads Dream Team, who can tell you how this remarkable program really achieved these transformative effects.
I like the Dream Team thing. I'm going to start using that. Good afternoon. Thank you, Colleen, for the introduction and for all the support from MDRC throughout this process. Typically, the program director, Leonor Rodriguez, would be speaking about Viking Roads and what the process was for building up such an impactful program. Unfortunately, Leonor was unable to be here today, so here I am. As Colleen mentioned, the data speaks for itself, right? The program is successful, our students retain and our students graduate at amazing rates, even in the face of a pandemic, which we're all still kind of shaking off the effects of, right? And it has just been amazing to be a part of that, especially today, watching these students grow and mature and become well-rounded, educated young adults. So obviously this program works. It's why Dr. Linderman and the Chancellor have committed to replicating it across the SUNY system. So thank you, Dr. Linderman, for working to bring the ASAP model here and then also obviously expanding it. The idea that this support is being brought across the SUNY system is really, it's life-changing for so many students. Whenever Leo and I sit down to discuss usually recruitment or our CATs, it's one or the other. I always end up asking her if back in 2018 when all this started, if she ever thought that this is where the program would be ending up today. And Leo's very modest, and Leo's like, no. Because here we are, we have almost 600 students, and that we are graduating them, and we are retaining them, and we are helping and support them. So usually at these events, I'm in the back, and Leo can't make eye contact with me, because I'm usually, once the students start talking, I start crying. So she can't make eye contact with me, otherwise we both cry. These students are inspiring. What they come here to do and what they accomplish is inspiring. I can say with the utmost confidence that working for Viking Roads has been an honor in my professional lifetime. It has fundamentally changed me as a counselor, and I know it has for the rest of the Viking Roads staff. I joke with people that it's the monetary incentives that get the students in the door, which anybody who's worked with students knows that's only half the battle. We have to get them coming back. And what gets them coming back is that dedicated counselor. It's having somebody in their court on their side. We offer support to these students. We advise them on their academic and career goals. We cheer them on when they have their successes, and we help them up when they hit their road bumps, because they come and go. It's inevitable. We always joke with our students, once you're a road student, you're always a road student. They always come back to us, and they always ask for our advice. This is a community college. We are part of the community. My daughter thinks that I work with every young adult in any shopping establishment that we go to, because we'll be at Stop and Shop, and usually without fail 3 or 4 times Miss Schaefer. It's humbling, and it's amazing. So with that all being said, we have gotten our accolades, Viking Roads, really, it's about the counselors and the work that we put in with the students. So I want to thank Michelle Velasquez, who has been with Rhodes since its birth. She is the OG. Kathleen Della Garza, Marcella Inchwasi, Christine Rogers, and our administrative assistant, Sarah Coe, who is the gas card, MetroCard extraordinaire. We show up every day for our students, and some days are harder than others, but the students see it, they appreciate it. So, obviously, I can go on and on for hours, but no one wants to hear that. So I'm gonna introduce some students to share their experience with Viking Roads. First up, I'm gonna kind of go through all their names, and then they'll just pop up. Cassia O'Donnell, Annie Pingree, Marilyn Rivera Resendez, Mohamedou Jakate, and Skylar Cruz.
Hello everyone, my name is Cassia O'Donnell. I'm an international student from Brazil, and I came to the United States with the dream of explore and take advantage of every opportunity that came along the way. And Viking Roads has offered me the opportunity to grow and improve in every single aspect of my life. It's all about giving back to the community that once before have helped me. I have improved my English as second language, I have improved all of my skills, I have learned a lot of things, and also I'm grateful for the opportunity and the chance to improve and be the better version of myself. Thank you to Viking Roads for bringing opportunity Thank you to also my counselor, Michelle Velasquez.
I get a little nervous whenever I speak. But anyways, good morning. My name is Annie Pingree. I am a soon-to-be proud graduate of Westchester Community College and a proud recipient of the Viking Roads program and student of it. Returning to school, I was a non-traditional student at the age of 29, and it was both exciting and daunting, and I knew I would need extra guidance to navigate this new chapter. Viking Roads provided exactly that, offering monthly check-ins, academic support, and assistance in selecting classes that aligned with my schedule and my goals. Beyond academics, the program also eased financial burdens by helping with textbooks and transportation, making my educational journey much more accessible. Without Viking roads, I truly don't believe I would be the successful student I am today. Graduating on the president's list. Thank you. And feeling confident in my academic abilities as I move forward. The program played a pivotal role in my decision to change my major to social work, providing the resources and encouragement I needed to make that transition seamlessly. I wanted to extend my deepest gratitude to my counselor, Alexandra Schaefer. Without her, I would not be here today. She's been so supportive and incredible. My Viking Roads academic advisor for believing me and offering unwavering support throughout my 2 years at WCC. The entire Viking Roads team has been a source of wisdom and encouragement, making my return to college an enriching and fulfilling experience. I will forever be grateful for the opportunity to be a part of Viking Roads. This program has shaped me into a stronger, more confident student, and I couldn't have done it without them. Thank you.
Hello, good morning everyone. My name is Marilyn. Thank you. Hello, good morning everyone. My name is Marilyn Rivera Resendez. I'm the daughter of immigrant parents and I am a first generation student. Vikings Road, throughout these few semesters I've been part of it, has been a good experience for me. And it has really helped me not only in the financial burden side, because my father, he's the sole provider, the breadwinner to my family, and he has 2 daughters in college, and it tends to be hard on him, but Vikings Road has really helped me in that sense. And being a first generation college student, it really, I can see how proud my parents how proud they are of me and how much Vikings Road has contributed to that, not only financially but as a person, as me. Vikings Road, my counselor has really helped me see who I am and who I really am, and it's a sense of they help me push myself out there. They help me grab every opportunity I see. They literally say it doesn't hurt to try, because it doesn't. You know, sign up to whatever you see, sign up to whatever you see opportunity to. I'm forever grateful to my counselor for that. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have had these opportunities I've had recently. I've gone to many conferences, I've spoken to many people, I have networked so far and wide, and I feel like that really started with Vikings Roads. My push out there started with Vikings Road, with my counselor pushing me out there, and I am really thankful for that. I'm really thankful that I can confidently say that I can go immediately to my 4-year college without thinking about the financial burdens of my undergrad. And thank you, Alex, for being such a great counselor. And I really love Vikings Road. And whenever the second sentence after sorry, I'm a little nervous. The second sentence that you'll hear from me when I hear you're a first year student, after me saying, welcome to SUNY Westchester, I say, you should join Vikings Road. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody's doing good. My name is Mohammed Ujahate, and I'm a Viking Road student. I started my first semester this spring, and so far Viking Roads has been really helpful, especially with all the support they provide. I really enjoy having a personal counselor, someone that can guide me through all of this process, answer all my questions, and really support me. The 2 other aspects I think Viking Roads are really helpful with is RD, transportation vouchers and also the textbook vouchers. I think they make us more committed to our studies and more interested, and worry less about some expenses. I live a little bit far from the campus, and having the Metro card and also the gas card really helped me because I made it easier to commute from my home to the college and from college to my house. I wanted to end this note by saying I'm really glad to be here standing in front of all of you and representing such an incredible program. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. My name is Skylar and of course I'm a little nervous. So I just wanted to say a couple of words about the Viking Roads program and the impact they have made on my life. Transitioning from high school and nonetheless, not only high school but 3 years of online school because of the pandemic was not exactly as easy as I anticipated. Having a counselor that I could go to at any given moment was truly a blessing and helped me through my entire experience of college. I didn't do it in 2 years, I did it in 3 years, and I will be graduating this semester, which I'm super excited. I don't know if I would have done it in 3 years though if I did not have Leonor Rodriguez by my side, guiding me and helping me through this experience. So I just want to give a thanks to her and a thanks to all of you guys for your support and your help, not just to me, but for everybody else on this team and in this program. Thank you all very much. I appreciate it.
Let's put our hands together for these amazing speakers and students.